The final moments of Yahya Sinwar's life captured on an Israeli military drone's camera. The Hamas leader is visibly wounded. Israeli troops who don't yet know Sinwar is the man in the headscarf have surrounded him, and he is about to be killed. But how? After an initial exchange of gunfire, the Israeli military says this tank fired on the building and has suggested this is how Sinwar was killed. But at Israel's National Forensic Institute, the doctor who conducted the autopsy on Sinwar's body has drawn a very different conclusion.
The cause of death is gunshot wound in the head. He has a bullet in his head and there is a severe traumatic brain injury. He has injury from other sources, like a missile injury in his right forearm, a fallen masonry on his left leg or thigh, and many shrapnels that entered his body, but only in the chest they caused the severe damage. But the cause of death is the gunshot wound in the head.
Asked for comment, an Israeli military spokesman told CNN they are still working to learn all the details of how Sinwar was killed. Kugel said he is confident in his analysis.
We see the bullet in his head, and there is no another entrance.
He was also involved in the DNA analysis that confirmed the body recovered by Israeli troops was in fact Sinwar's.
They have a suspicion that this is Yahya Sinwar, and they sent a sample, a finger, that they cut from his body in order to make the DNA profile.
Sinwar's left index finger, cut off of Sinwar's body in Gaza, delivered to Dr. Kugel's lab and confirmed to be a DNA match. This is where Sinwar was killed, in the Tal al-Sultan area of Rafah in southern Gaza. CNN has geolocated this as the building where Sinwar met his end, in an area empty of civilians and ravaged by war in recent months. In this video from the scene, emaciated buildings line a street torn up by tanks as Sinwar's body lies in the rubble. That body has now been taken to an undisclosed military site.
It's in the military hands. I don't know exactly where is the place.
While the Israeli government decides what to do with Sinwar's body, his final moments are being seen very differently. While some see a terrorist brought to his knees,
Sinwar died while beaten, persecuted, and on the run. He didn't die as a commander, but as someone who only cared for himself.
Others see a resistance fighter making his last stand.
This image will make him look like a hero for most Palestinians and most Arabs and most people who are against Israeli occupation and against the oppression that Palestinians are subjected to.
In the end, he lay dead, surrounded by the rubble of a war he helped unleash. Jeremy Diamond, CNN, Tel Aviv.